Welcome to College Sport Check Basketball, presented by Long Island's Community Radio. CommunityRadioLI.com scores and schedule, but first the scores with the College Sport Check Basketball scoreboard. Starting with Vermont defeating Wilford 60-59. Montana defeating Oral Roberts 68-47. Eastern Illinois defeating Troy 71-67. Hofstra defeats Bradley 92-90. Wisconsin defeating Tennessee 74-62 out in Maui, the Maui Invitational. LIU Brooklyn defeating Maine 71-66. Loyola Chicago over Washington State 88-79. Ball State over Coppin State 79-77. Green Bay defeats UMKC 77-95, and the second game out in Maui, which was Georgetown and Oregon. Georgetown defeats Oregon 65-61. South Dakota over Kent State 80-77. TCU over Illinois State 80-71. Liberty defeating Massachusetts Lowell 84-77. Coastal Carolina defeating Southern Utah 83-68. Little Rock defeats St. Bonaventure 68-65. Blue Mountain over Arkansas Pine Bluff 77-74. North Carolina State over St. Joseph 73-63. Providence defeats St. Francis of Brooklyn 64-48. Seattle University over Louisiana Monroe 81-75. College Sport Check Basketball scoreboard. Notre Dame, they defeat Colorado 89-83. Ohio State over Western Colorado 66-38. Savannah State over Fort Valley State 118-101. Samford over Campbell 66-53. Wright State over Old Dominican 109-54. Florida defeats Belmont 74-61. Tennessee Martin over Canisia 72-69. Bowling Green over Murray State 78-77. Georgia defeating George Washington 81-75. Marshall defeats Jackson State 71-61. Columbia over Quinnipiac 86-78. Texas Southern over James Madison 67-56. Houston defeats George Mason 93-56. Southern Miss over Alabama A&M 63-55. Incarnate Word over Howard Payne 91-61. A&M Corpus Christi defeating Texas State 73-69. Texas Arlington defeating St. Francis of Illinois 88-67. Southern Illinois defeating Mount St. Mary 73-63. Louisiana Lafayette defeating Delaware State 83-82. Rice over Montana State 83-78. Winthrop over Illinois 84-80. Southern Louisiana defeats Xavier, Louisiana, 89-72. Creighton over Ole Miss, 86-77. Butler defeats Butler defeats Norfolk State, 91-55. Central Michigan over Pepperdine, 88-77. UC Davis over Sacramento State, 81-72. Arizona defeating Northern Colorado 71-55. Oklahoma State over Connecticut 98-90. Bucknell defeats Vanderbilt 75-72. Eastern Washington over Bryant 81-77. Kansas defeating Alabama Birmingham UAB 83-63. Northwestern defeats Texas 77-58. BYU defeats St. Louis 92-62. Santa Clara over Sacred Heart 84-74. Idaho over South Dakota 86-89. San Diego State defeating California 77-65. And finally, North Carolina defeats Chaminade 104-61. Keep you in the loop with the hoop 7 days a week. College Sport Check Basketball. Tomorrow's post time is 1:25. We got some stuff we got to do. So 1:25 tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're gonna be on a weekend schedule, so 11:45 in the morning post time. So anytime after that time, available for on-demand listening anytime at CommunityRadioLI.com, and then you click on the College Sport Check button. Now, taking a look at what's going on for today, Tuesday. Starting at 6 o'clock, it's Auburn and Texas Tech. That game is on CBS Sports. Also for 6 o'clock, Alabama State taking on Kennesaw State. That is on ESPN3. And then for 7 o'clock, got 3 games here for 7 o'clock. Stony Brook and Maryland on the Big Ten Network. Yale and Pittsburgh on the ACC Network. Also on the ACC Network, it's going to be South Carolina State and Syracuse. Again, those games for 7 o'clock. Coming up at 8 o'clock, 2 games at 8 o'clock. Arkansas and Minnesota, McNeese and Memphis. Those games set for ESPN3. 8:30, Purdue and Utah State, and that's going to be on the CBS Sports Network. 4 games for 9 o'clock, Oregon State and Tulsa, ESPN News, UC Santa Barbara, SMU, ESPN3, Waldorf College and North Dakota State, ESPN3, and then Indiana and Fort Wayne, the Hoosiers and the Mastodons, that game is on Big Ten Network. Doing a quick rundown for Wednesday, it's Wichita State and LSU. It's a 12 o'clock game, ESPN2, a little lunchtime basketball. Then it's Cleveland State and Kentucky, VCU, Baylor, Michigan, South Carolina, Jackson State, Ohio State, Colgate, Penn State, Charleston taking on Villanova, William and Mary taking on Duke. That's a 7 o'clock game on ESPNU. St. John's taking on Michigan State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Siena, Binghamton and Florida Gulf Coast. Coastal Carolina and Wake Forest. That's a 7:30 game, ACC Network. Cal Poly take on Northern Illinois. Louisville and Old Dominion. Buffalo and Alaska Anchorage. Yes, that's a 11 o'clock game on the CBS Sports Network, and that's a Wednesday night. So if you got Thursday, I'm hoping you all got Thursday off. They're going to be up in Alaska, so that should be interesting. And then the last game for actually a 1:30 a.m. game Thursday morning. That's going to be Oakland and Nevada. And that's going to be on the CBS Sports Network. So grab your snacks and some beverages and watch a little late night basketball. Because it's going to be Wednesday night. It'll be like a Friday night and all that good stuff. So there you go. Thank you for tuning in. This is Manny Algarda. This is College Sport Check Basketball 7 days a week. CommunityRadioLI.com and click on the College Sport Check button.